Welcome back, Morgan enthusiasts, for another Morgan Dollar Mondays with Massabesic Gold and Silver. This week I have 4 Philadelphia Morgans for you to check out and try to guess the grade. I am Dean with Massabesic Gold and Silver. Thank you so much for joining me today. Out of all of the channels on YouTube, you decided to come by and check out my content, so thank you so much. I hope you like and comment. Love reading those comments. Especially today, we got 4 beautiful Morgan Silver dollars for you to check out. All of these are in mint state condition. All of these beautiful Morgans have been graded by CACG. All of these, like I said, are mint state, and these run from 1882 up to 1896. I should have put these in date order, I guess. Maybe we'll do that before we get into this. But really, like I said today, I just want you all to be looking at these coins, get a sense of a grade, and if you put them in the comments, that'd be fantastic. Or just for yourself, test your own skills, but I'd love to see it in the comments as well. So let me put these in the correct order here. So here we go, 1882 to 1896. Let's start here with our 1882 Philadelphia. These are really great coins to own. I bought this one toward the end of last year. I just really thought it was a nice looking coin. The 1882 kind of has these weird jumps in prices. So it's a relatively common coin or a common Morgan to find out there, right up until, about that gem state. But when you start looking at auctions on these, the Mint State 64 is really easy to find between $110, $140, maybe even a little cheaper, maybe a little bit more expensive, depending on if there's toning or not. In gem grade, that Mint State 65, there's a jump from 64, so being right around 110 to 140 with 64, there's a jump to about $300 to almost $600 in some recent auctions. And when I say recent, I mean all of 2023 and into 2024. And then there's another jump with Mint State 66 for the 82p. That I've noticed, at least with the auctions that I looked up, and it goes anywhere between $900 and $1,000, which is a little crazy. The 84 is also another one of those common dates. You can find these out there very easily. They're readily available for all collectors. A nice Mint State 64, Mint State 65 example is a really nice addition to anybody's collection. 64, when I looked up the auctions recently, anywhere between $100 to $120. Gem State, $225 to $300. And then if you get that Mint State 66, 1884 Philadelphia, there is a significant jump into that $600 to $700 range from that 65. So just imagine that if you have a beautiful 65, if it tipped into that 66, you'd be doubling your money if you think about it that way. So it is a significant jump. You can see why a lot of people play the game of sending in 65s to see if they can get a bump, especially if it looks really nice. I don't really do that. If you watch my channel, you know I don't really crack out coins to send into PCGS or NGC. I just don't play that game, and that's fine. I know other people do, and that's fine for them to do that. Here's our 1887 Philadelphia. These are as common as dirt. Sorry, I shouldn't say that, but they are very common. And a nice Mint State 64 example is going to run you somewhere between $75 and $90. Nice Gem State example, anywhere between $150 to $200. And then a nice MS66, anywhere between $300 and $450. So it's really attainable if you think about that for most collectors. If you really want a really nice 66 to have in your collection, that one example, you could get a nice 87 Philadelphia for right around $300 if you play your cards right. There is a significant jump, however, into the Mint State 67. So Mint State 67, 1887s, the lowest I could really find was about $1,050. So really between that $1,100 and $1,300 mark for a nice Mint State 67 on an 1887 Philadelphia. I will say I did see a lot of higher auctions, like almost $3,000, but when I went into those were all toned coins. So imagine if you could find a really nice 1887 toned that was a Mint State 67, you're talking about something that's going to be, above $1,800 and just really to the moon, I guess you could say, to the right buyer. Our last one here is our 1896 Philadelphia. Again, like the 1887 or 1887, it is very common. Mint State 64, the auctions I was seeing anywhere between $75 and $110. In gem state, that's 65, anywhere between $160 to $225. And then, of course, in mint state 66, a little bit of a bump, but not by much, to $300 to $450. So again, a coin that is very attainable in mint state 66. You know, if this is a coin you just want one great example of a mint state 66, the 1896, like the 1887, is one of those coins that you could pick up. Again, there is that big jump to that 67, and that really goes for any Morgan. But in the common date Morgans, once you get into that mint state 67, you know, you're going to see over $1,000. And just like with the 87, I found that most of those auctions were anywhere between $1,100 to $1,300. Again, there was some really beautiful examples that went for over $3,000, and that's because they were really beautifully toned coins. But let's get back to what we're doing here. So I've been trying to show you here different angles of each coin so that you can try to guess the grade. We're going to take one final look here at each coin, and then I hope you put in the comments what you think of these, where you think the grade is at with these. I really didn't want to lead you. That's why I gave you the prices, and put it in the comments, please, what you think of these grades. So yeah, I didn't want to lead you on these grades, hence why I talked about prices. So this is a really nice example. Like I said, I just bought this at the end of last year. I just wanted a nice 82, and this is a really nice choice coin. Mint state 63, relatively inexpensive. I picked it up, I think it was $90, and it's just a really nice looking coin. Here's our 84. I really like the 84, you know, again, another common date Morgan, but these are just really easy to find. You can cherry pick these, figure out, you know, does this have a nice strike? This one does. You know, if this is the coin for your collection, take your time, especially with the common date coins. You know, a lot of people say collect the more expensive coins first. If that's what you want to do, absolutely go for it. But if you want to get some really nice Morgans in your collection, you know, you can find some really nice coins like this one here. And this, of course, is a nice, I hope you said it, mint state 64. This is a great coin. I think I paid about $125 for that coin at auction on eBay. This 87, another great coin. If you've been watching my channel for a while, you've seen it. Really beautiful luster. Yes, some spot toning on it, but nothing to me that was distracting enough to not buy this coin. I wanted a really nice example. I like the die cracks on this coin. There's some other things going on in this coin that I really enjoyed too. If you remember, this is the coin that we talked about die clashes with. This has got some really cool die clashes on it. And again, I just really like the luster. I think the luster was really nice. Overall, just was a solid example for, you know, my collection here at Massabesic Gold and Silver, and that's why I really liked it. So I hope you did put in the comments what grade you think this is, and this is a nice mint state 66 grade. So that's one of those attainable coins. I think I paid right around $320 for that coin, if I remember correctly, and that was about the end of last year. Here is our nice 1896. This is one of my favorite coins. Just because it's a common date, but I really like the look of this coin. It has a really strong strike, at least to me it does. Right above that ear, you can get all of the hair detail right above that ear, and then the breast feathers really seem to be popping off of this coin. You know, again, we've talked about weak strikes before, but this is a very strong strike, especially for the 1890s. Some of the 1890 Morgans can be relatively weak, but this was a really strong strike. And I like the luster too. I think the luster is really nice. And this is just a really good example. And I was able to pick up this coin relatively cheap. This coin is a mint state 62. I personally think it looks like a mint state 63, but you know, to each their own. I'm going to trust on that because of all those hits. If you go back and watch that video, there are quite a few hits on the rim of this coin. So even though the fields and the face don't look as bad, if you check out the rim on this coin, there are several contact marks that I think really brought, like right here, really brought the grade down in this coin. So again, just a reminder, you know, you got to look at the whole coin. But again, a beautiful coin. Wanted to add to my collection. I got it for under $80, so I was quite happy about that. This 82, again, really like it. I think it's a nice choice grade. I agree with the grade. To me, it's just a really, really, really nice looking coin. Just a couple larger contact marks on the cheek and then right in front of Liberty's face, and then just a couple little ones back here on the obverse that I think is what brought it down. You can see also right above the D in United, there's a mark there, and then right across by America, there's another mark on the rim. So I think, again, that's what brought this grade down into that Mint State 63 rather than a 64. But overall, really nice coin, and I'm glad I picked it up for an 82. My goal is to try to get a higher grade of those, but like I said, it can be hard to find. This coin here, this 84, I was just looking for a nice 84 to add to the collection, and this one popped up for auction, and I thought I could get a nice deal, and I thought the reverse was exquisite, and so I went for it, and I got it up at a reasonable price. And then last but not least, this 87 Philadelphia. I thought this was just a beautiful coin overall. Really nice luster. The strike is a little bit weaker, I'm not gonna lie, but when I saw the die clashes on the reverse, I was like, yes, this is the coin I want to get. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope you put in the comments the grades before you saw the grades, just to test your own ability. It was just for fun. And of course, until we meet again, everybody, stay safe and continue to enjoy.